Okay, this is a dial indicator with 1007 inch and then down to 10 1007 inch. But every 1007 inch is 25.4 microns. So this is what I've got so far. It's going to be moved by hand because the motor stepper control is too ratchety, very low resolution. So let's pull this forward. That's the end stop there, and then we can slide the Y or the X over, and I'm just trying to push it sideways without putting any stress up or down on it, and then move the camera so we can see that in the field of view. We're going back right around 0 again, and then we'll push this back over. So I've got about 3/1000 of an inch movement up and down on the build plate. There goes a little bit of variation. Okay, this 2 under, so it's going down, back up. Oh, that's from me pushing it. It's going down there. Going back up. You can see that there's a lot of variation just in the build sheet. Well, that's going down. It's going up. Nope, going down. Going up. Going up. Going down. It's going up. So that's about as good as I can get it. That is just crazy flat compared to what it used to be. And what I did when I started out is bring this up here and took calipers and zeroed them out, brought this in here, set this up so that it's up against the 2 rods. Measure that at 4.023. Come over here. This is 4.021. So it's 0.02 of an inch higher in that spot. Now there's some bed variation. Let's check the bed variation out in the back. There's a couple thousandths there. It's not too bad. So they're about the same height where I measured it. We can remeasure one more time quick. bed has got variation in it, which is pretty even. So I think that's probably about where I actually measured this thing. 018. 017. 017. So that's pretty freaking close. There's 2. I mean, come on. That's close. Alright, so that's about as close as I can get it. I've got 15 thousandths shim down underneath this front one. You can see the little fiber washer there, and there's one on the center one, and there's actually one in the back. And I don't know why I had to put those in there, but I did, because originally I had too much height and squish in the front right. So we'll check it out. Anyways, let me get this camera off of here. This is a little Mobius 1 camera, and 1080p, $80. But this is how I got it set up. Then you can, let me move the frame. You can see just by touching the frame, there's approximately movement. Let me just, this house is only about 8 years old. It's got good construction, but look at that. I'm just jumping up and down, just pushing off the floor a little bit for movement. Now this is sitting on a huge roll-around toolbox from Menards in the US, and I took the casters off and put blocks on it because there's a register vent under there. But I also put this piece of wood on here. It's probably 1/2 inch melamine shelving board, and I don't know. This is probably as strong as you can expect it to get, as far as strong and flat. But everything else is tweaked on this machine. It's been running really good. I just wanted to tweak it a little bit more mechanically to get it in place. I did notice that if I tweak the rod height a little bit, I was able to get some of it out. But I think the fiberglass board, it's probably a high temp version FR4 fiberglass heat bed, and it's probably got a little bit of warp in it in places. It's just going to happen. This machine isn't super precision, obviously. It's got plastic parts, but I think one of the things that really kind of throws things off is the Z height when it goes up and bumps into the stops at the top. It doesn't stop exactly the same, because I can see it when it comes up in homes. It'll go kunk and kick sideways and then come back down, and then it'll find home. And then when it traverses over, it's actually going downhill. So what that's going to do is squish over here more. And I think that's part of the thing that they got to think about when they're doing home on here. It'd be nice if somebody developed some kind of an adjustable stop up here for home, so that when it does home all the way to the top of the Z, it puts it in parallel or flatness with the build sheet, and takes away a lot of the mesh calculations for the bed leveling. So anyways, there you go. I spent probably 4 hours messing around with this, and printed off a guitar for a buddy of mine who's retiring. So you know, this is just inland white, cheap stuff from Micro Center. It prints pretty good. I've had a lot better results using the Matter Hackers build as far as gear teeth go, that I'm working on a gimbal. but the white inland is pretty good just for everyday prints. And I scaled this guitar up to get some of the detail out of it, and it printed out really nice. Here's my my bottom layer and my support area, and the detail on the top surface is pretty good. I got some stringies going across here, and I have no idea how to get rid of those. When it jumps from position to position on the same layer, it always likes to drag a string, which is ooze. And I've got retrack on here, but I don't think Simplified 3D has retrack on the same layer. So anyway, I'm still learning. But anyway, there you have it. It's as good as I'm going to get it. It's probably almost the best one in the world at this point. So good luck, you guys, and have fun printing. MK3 Prusa machines are actually pretty good for the price, and I've got no complaints. I just wanted to play around with this to make it a little bit better and understand what was going on.